What is up, guys? And my name is Randy, and welcome to my 8-0 first place Blackwing deck profile. Now, yeah, Blackwings is interesting. The meta is definitely very interesting on just the start of it, because say Photon Hypernova is officially legal as of this past weekend, because I know like the weekend before was sneak peek, and now we have the official release weekend. So the format's starting to develop, and it's pretty interesting. Cashier, of course, is the new threat in the block, and I can definitely say that a lot of people were heavily siding for it, even the Cashier players themselves for the mirror match. But yeah, I'll get into that later in the video. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into the profile. Now, for the Blackwings, we're just gonna kind of just smooth over them, because obviously, let's say Blackwings are kind of just experimental. Simoon, of course, this is your bread and butter. This is it's insane. Yes, well, we're going to say 3 Simoon, 3 Sundry. He is the new one. We say kicking old school. A lot of builds don't run it. I honestly like Bora. It is a generic level 4 extender. It has a piercing, which I mean doesn't really never come up, but it's just a level 4 generic extender. So honestly, it's just another Blackwing name. Then of course the standard. Of course we have 3 of the Shamal and 3 of the Vada. This is like your 3 ofs for Blackwings. So we're gonna go into 2 ofs. Or really, only 2 of really is I run 3 of the Gale. Gale again, just another good extender, and then also it's a good way to get over big beaters as well, honestly, if it actually does come down to if you have to out like one of the Cashier monsters on your boards. So honestly, yeah. And of course Zephyros standard. Some people run 2. I like it at 1. I could see the cause for 2, but honestly I like it at 1. Chris as well, just a generic extender. The Steam Cloak, because we do the Steam line, of course. 1 Orochi, of course. 1 Chinook. It's searchable. It's your searchable hand trap. 1 Uster. A lot of builds don't run it, but honestly I think Uster being just a backup normal summon, it's pretty honestly not that bad. Hamata. And then, of course, so that is it for the Blackwings. Now we're going to run out the monsters themselves. It's pretty interesting. 1 Boots, because it's just another way to get us into our Phantom Knight rank up, and and also we do run a Fog Blade as well for an additional disruption. The Raiders, a wing to summon off usually Arsenal Falco. 1 Destrudo. Even though it is at 3, honestly, having at 1, it's honestly good. I mean, obviously, since at 3, it's just such a tight space for the deck that, honestly, if you want to cut the boots, you could obviously up the count on Destrudo, but honestly, the light point of being half, and honestly, we do pay for light points for other things as well in this deck, so I wanted it. And then, obviously, if I wanted the second Destrudo, I probably would have put it in the Bestial Cerrone. I only wanted 1 of these because I had a 39 card deck, and I just had 1 extra space I wanted to fill, and I threw just a Bestial in. Just is another generic extender, and just to get more presence on board to go for plays. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. And then on to the spells. With the spells, of course, we have 3 Black Whirlwind. This is just an insane card, so yeah, nothing too crazy there. When we have the 1 Black Feather Whirlwind, it's super searchable. Some builds running that too. I can see why, but yeah. Small World, insane. Makes the deck super consistent, super searchable. So yeah. Then this is kind of our interesting spot. Like, this whole package is interesting, and also of course we do have the rank ups magic spell and the rank up Fog Blade, sorry. But yeah, so when they're cool, if you control at least 2 winged beast monsters with different names, you can just pay 6 say 100, draw 2, so it's basically built in say draw a card for any winged beast deck. So yeah, I mean, if you have Pros, run Pros, but honestly, for being a really low cost card, you always have usually a way to at least get 2 Blackwings on board to make this live. So never a bad thing. Of course, the Phantom Knights rank up in the Fog Blade. It's just part of the searching disruption. So yeah, honestly, solid ass deck. Honestly, of course, the side deck has all the meta hate, but yeah. But now on to the extra deck, and then we'll get to the side. For the extra deck, we're going to go through the Succeed engine we have. Of course, we run the ready say Arsenal Facto, say Cal Yuga play. This play is just nuts. It's just one of the things that make Blackwing pretty great. For the links, 1 White Strix and 1 of the Rusty Bardies. Rusty is a way, of course, to dump the Phantom Boots to search the Fog Blade, and of course are the rank up, and this is a way, of course, just to get the rank up. It's just a way to get most utility out of Rusty as possible, even though you have to run the brick, I would say, even though Boots, but even though Boots is a brick, if you get to the Bardish line, you have a free extender anyway, so it's not really, I would say it's like a soft brick, because you don't want to see it really. Then, of course, we have the Dragoon into the Mud Dragon play. Honestly, this play is so good. And that's what I really wanted with this deck. And also, that's what made me really appeal to, say, Blackwings in the opening format, is that Castrier hits engines in your extra deck. But when you have so many lines you can go into, like the Kalyuka play, a Dragoon play, just a simple Phantom Knight setup, it's insane. And, of course, we have Borolo Dragon on top of that. So they only have so many things they can hit, but that leaves so many more options for you still available. So, honestly, yeah. But yeah, that's it for the standard, like, synchros. Now we're gonna go to the Blackwing synchros. Biora Storm, Graham, the Thog to help you go into say Dragoon play. The most important ones were Kiri and of course Hawk that go into the Kalyuka play. That's just how they bridge into this. That. Of course, we have the Blackwing Dragon and the Blackwing Assault Dragon. Insane cards, like honestly nuts. And of course, we have the big boy himself, Full Armor Master, which actually came up really helpful in one of my matches because I did fight a Flunder and a Photon. So it's having the big towers that really, and honestly, this card is just annoying for any deck really to deal with. So it's just a big monster that's just annoying. But yeah. That's it for the extra deck. Now we're going to swing on into the side deck real quick. And side deck, of course, you probably expected it. It's a lot of cash tier hate, honestly. First off, Nibiru, this format. Nibiru last format wasn't really very prominent, but in this format, it's insane. Honestly, Nib in this format, it's insane. And it cuts off cash tier so good. And another cash tier hate deck monster, of course, is the Lancia. Lancia, cash tier, they just want to banish your stuff. So this allows you to stop them from banishing, allows you to play on your turn, of course. And so you can just go build a board, burn through their, say disruptions, and then just push for a game and just blow them all out. Again, yeah. Another cash tier hate card, Clips. Clips is broken. Usually you do this, flip all their stuff face down, run through it, so they're not even drawing off in it. So it's honestly insane. And then a good combo that is honestly insane. When, say this happened in my second game against a cash player, I drew a Clips and Dark Hole in my going second hand. So they went first, set up all their normal stuff. Then Clips, Dark Hole, get rid of their entire board, go combo, and then blow them out. Yeah, so that is insane. And then, of course, we did run the Evelines as well. Evelines are also just a good extender. Not extender, but a good board wipe in this format. But yeah, that's it for the Blackwing deck profile, including the side. So we'll just get this out of the way, and then we'll get the deck back in. I'm going to run through my matches real quick as well, in case anyone is interested. We have that to Branded. Branded, I think, is probably one of the most tougher matches for this deck, because the Super Poly really definitely hurts when they especially if they draw it. So that definitely sucked. So to Branded, 2 Cashier. Both my Cashier matches ended up going 2-1. They both chose to go first, both in both games. But once you figure out Cashier side incorrectly, Cashier honestly is not that scary once you're going into knowing what they're playing, because then because you're set for it. As long as you see the cards you sided in, I honestly think it's not that bad of a matchup with Blackwing anyway. And then, of course, we had the couple, let's say, interesting things. We had Splight, one Splight. It's just Splight, man. It was pure too, so it wasn't no new crazy variants, of course. And that Elf hit, definitely them rocking alternate ways. And then the new tier deck is very interesting going against it. I had to go against a tier. King of the Swamp Kings definitely their substitute. I can definitely say that. I never really fought any tier even before the format switch, so not really knowing their combo line, I kind of just let them kind of usually go off, because like I said, there's really no I think hand traps are going to be coming back to this format too, because a lot of people are starting running Ash again. I've done this, just the generic one. Then one Photon, because Photon is honestly a super really tough deck to go against. Honestly, I'm going to say that right now. Photon is definitely, I think, would be definitely a sleeper deck in this format, because the new support they got, and honestly, it's just a crazy Exceed like spam deck that set up just insane boards, and it's pretty nuts. Then, of course, I had the one Flunder. That's where Photon Full Armor Master really came in clutch, because Flunder really does have no inherent outs to it. So yeah, but that is it. It was a big locals this weekend, because, of course, it was the Photon Hypernova. It's a release weekend local, so that's why it was a long day that day. But yeah, Blackwing's really coming in clutch. Honestly, loved it. There was a player that I never got matched up against, which was unfortunate. But he was playing this really cool, like really interesting say Predaplant deck that I really wish I would against. I thought that was a pretty cool matchup as well. But yeah, that has been enough of me rambling about locals. I think it was really fun. This format definitely diverse, I would say. I think Cash Tier is good, but I don't think as good as people think it was going to be, or as scary as it was going to be. I think Branded is definitely going to be the better deck of the format. I guess we'll see how it goes as it evolves, say throughout the upcoming weeks. But yeah, that has been the first place Blackwing deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more content like this and more like local overviews and just profiles like that, let me know. But yeah, until my next video, stay safe and stay healthy out there. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.